بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. Now we're moving on to La al-Aatifa, the harfun jar La. So La comes in, not harfun jar, what am I saying? The harfu atf of La. La comes in many ways. La comes in many forms. One form is what? Harfun nafin before the fi'l. Another form is the La Aatifa. So the La Aatifa, just click on it. The La Aatifa is the seventh harfu atf. وهي لنفي الحكم عن المعطوف. It is to negate the hukm from the ma'tuf. For example, اعمل صالحا لا سيئا. So now the hukm on the ma'tuf, what's the ma'tuf alayh? صالحا. So the amal of doing something applies to صالحا, amalan صالحا. And that's negated from the ma'tuf, which is sayyi'an. So yes. Ra'aytu amran la khalidan. So the ru'ya happened on the first one, not the second one. Simple? Now, what are the conditions for amal or the meaning of la al-aatifa? You say, yushtaratu li la al-aatifa an yataqaddamaha ithbatun aw amrun. It must have an affirmative before it. Either muthbat, like ra'aytu zaydan, or it must have a what? An amr. It's both affirmative. So for example, ati'illaha la shaytan. So you can use the word la only because before you have what? The amr. Or for example, uti'ullaha. Uti'ullaha. Uti'ullaha la shaytan. That's ithbat. Okay?
Do you give me another example, Muhammad Sallu, of your own?
Are you following? If there's a negative before it, then you have to put a wa before the la. فَإِن تَقَدَّمَهَا أي إن تقدم اللَّا. If before the la, there is a nafi or nahi, وَجَبَتِ الْوَاوِ. You must bring what? A waw. Now what do we have here? وَلَن تَرْضَى أَنْكَ الْيَهُودُ وَلَن نَصَارَى. So our discussion is regarding this la, isn't it? Now before the la, what do we have? We have a lan, negative. So this lan tarda is a fi'lun manfiyun. So what do we have to have? We must have the wa before the la. Wala. You can't say lan tarda anka al-yahudu lan nasara. That would be the Arabic structure. You would have to bring what? Walan nasara. Does that make sense? Yes? Acha. Now what we have here is there are certain places where you would have to bring a la. You have to do what? You have to bring the la. For example, إِذَا دَخَلَتْ Allah. Now what is here, I changed in the book, is Allah ma'al waw. I say ma'al waw. Meaning, some places you have the harf atf of waw, but along with this you have to bring the la. You following? You can't bring waw. And I'll add in here, ala khabarin manfiyin. Before all of these here, put manfi. Add the word manfi. Aw na'tin manfiyin. Aw halin manfiyin. Or manfiyatin, because they can be used in both ways. Okay? There's no Quranic example I cannot find. I was hoping to find one before class, but I never got a chance to find one and just left blank. I'll do that later on, inshallah. Okay? For example, look. We have here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the last two examples. It's describing the fruits of Jannah. What will they have? They will have fakihatin kathiratin. Correct? Now one way of saying, so not huwa rajulun salihun. Yeah? Ra'aytu rajulan salihan. Not. Yes? So now, what do we have here? The ma'tuf alayhi is maqtu'a. Which is what? We have fakihatin is man'ut. Kathiratin becomes what? Not number 1. Yes? And not maqtu'atin becomes not number 2. Correct? It's not number 2. What does it have before it? What does maqtu'atin have before it? La. So now this na is what? Manfiyun. Correct? You with me? Abdurrahman? It's not your real name, but yeah. Huh? And Allah, I assume you are following as well. Yes? Wala mamnu'a. Now here, this la, you have waw, you have to put la. Because you're doing atf on a not manfi. You can't say وَفَاكِهَةٍ كَثِيرَةٍ لَا مَقْطُوعَةٍ لَا مَمْنُوعَةٍ. What do you have here? وَلَا مَمْنُوعَ. You see the waw will come with it. Yes? You have here وَلَا مَمْنُوعَةٍ. فهمت? Yes? Or hal. For example, صلى, he performed salah. What's the hal? غافلا. What's the hal here? The hal is saying he's غافل. This is hal. Yes? And then ولا ناهيا. ولا لاهيا. Now this is atf. This is also a hal, isn't it? Hal number ma'tuf. Because this hal is what manfi, this is atf on this. You can't say لا غافلا ولاهيا. You say ولا لاهيا. Are you following me? Yes?
Isn't that because the la is part of the la? Yeah.
ولا لاهيا. There's two la's. One is la lahiyan. Yeah, you understand? You following me? Achha. Let's give an example of, it's not in the Quran or anything. Let's take an example of khabar, manfi. So you say here, هذا. You say هذا رجل. هذا رجل طيب. Yes. لا لا مفرطا. لا مفرط. مفرط. مفرط means he goes excess one way. مفرط means he goes excess the other way. Too strict, too soft. Yes. So you have مفرط, مفرط. Okay. Now what do we have here in our scenario? We have here now طيب لا. This is like a second hal, second khabar. Yes. Or you can take a طيب if you want. طيب. هذا رجل لا مفرط ولا. I give the answer. ولا مفرط. So now you have khabar. What do you have here? This is khabar what? This is khabarun. Khabarun manfiyun. And you also have now an atf on this one. You can't have la here. What do you have to have? Wala. So هذا رجل لا مفرط ولا لا مفرط ولا مفرط. Are you following? So when you have a negative khabar or negative nat or a negative hal, and you atf on these, you can't just say la, you have to say what? Wala. Is this clear to everybody? Yes? Okay. Okay. Another piece of information, it's not in our text, I'll add it in later on, or we can have a look at here is. Yes?
It was Fatima.
Is if I say, for example, if I say لا تأكل لا تأكل هذا وذاك. Don't eat this and that. This has two ihtimal. What's two possibilities? This comes as an example. لا تأكل سمك وتشرب اللبن. Remember, eat at the same time. If I say لا تأكل هذا وذاك, what does that mean? What's the possibility? Don't eat both or don't eat both, or don't eat either. Both possibilities. But if I say لا تأكل هذا ولا ذاك, what does that do? Huh? Don't eat any of them. Are you following? So if you've got a negative sentence and you just put wow, depending on the context, you can say I meant both of them. But it can also mean don't eat this group of things. So I can be saying don't eat apple and don't eat milk and fish. Don't consume milk and fish. So I'm not saying don't. You can have milk, or for example, one thing, another thing is not healthy. Yes. So you have or it doesn't taste nice. So don't have ketchup and rice, for example. Just a combination. Maybe somebody likes it. I don't know for anybody. But let's say, for example, don't eat ketchup and rice. What's the manhi anhu here? The individual or the ijtima'? The ijtima'. And if I know both of these are like this set of both foods are gone off. Don't eat the ketchup nor the, then it's not tansis, nas. That you mean either one of them. Are you following me? Are you following me? Yes. So that's when you add the la in this situation. But it's not. So in here, the ma'tuf alayh is also manfi with a la. Yes, it's got la here. If there's no la before the ma'tuf alayh, and we bring the la on the ma'tuf, that shows that each one is individually manhi anhu. And if you don't bring the la, then it can be possible that the manhi anhu is only one that come together, not individually. You follow? Okay, subhanallah wa bihamdihi subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.